The question is, what bike should I get for my first bike? So, you're looking to get a bike, you know they're awesome, you want one. Which one do you get? Which one is going to suit you the best? And I think that's really open, it's a really open conversation, because a lot of people say, oh, you know, I started on a 600, and then you've got those people who say, yeah, well, my brother, he started on a Hayabusa, and now he's a Busa boy, you know? And then you've got the people who say the only way to start is on a 250. And you've got a tiny subcategory of people who say, oh, Groms all the way, yeah, that's what I do. Then that's fine too, you know? Everyone's got their opinion. Some like it smaller than others. I am coming from a place of someone who has owned a Kawasaki Ninja 250. And it wasn't my favorite bike, and I bought it knowing I wanted an R6. But with all that being said, it did teach me a ton about riding, and if I had just gotten the R6, I can probably 100%, 99% say, for sure, for certain, that I would have already dropped or majorly crashed this bike. And that doesn't sound very fun to me. I mean, dropping an R6, it's heavier, there's a lot less margin for error, whereas like a 250, yeah, maybe you crack like a fairing if you don't have the sliders on, but other than that, you're not looking at anything major. With this bike, if I drop this bike, I'm looking at like $500 worth of repairs if I'm going anywhere over 30 miles per hour. So I think that is something to keep in your mind when you're picking a bike. Keep in mind the cost. It cost me like $7 every God knows when to fill up the 250. I filled up the 250 every like once a year. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but I spent nothing on that bike. Whereas this, I mean, it gets like 40 miles to the gallon if you're not pushing it, and they're meant to be pushed, so go. They're meant to be pushed, so you're gonna be spending a lot on gas, you're gonna be spending a lot on repairs, you're gonna be spending a lot more on upgrades. So in that sense, I think the 250 is the best option, and will continue to be the best option for new riders for a long time. A lot of people are saying the 400's coming in, and I see that for a lot of riders, because a lot of my friends who want to get into riding, they're just too tall for something like the 250. I mean, the 250 isn't for everybody. The 250 is for, you know, someone who thinks that they want to get a sport bike, or they like the ergonomics of something a little more uncomfortable, like a sport bike. And they're the right size, because, you know, a lot of my friends are just too damn tall for something like that. And they would look ridiculous, and they wouldn't have fun, the bike wouldn't support them, and for those people, you know, I think it is super sensible to get a 600. But for someone like me, you know, I'm like 5'11" or something and 135 pounds. The Ninja 250 was just perfect for me. It taught me a lot about riding, and if I hadn't have gotten the 250 and I jumped on this, I probably would have been dead right now. So that's something to look at. And a lot of people, you know, oh, my blinker's on. A lot of people think that you're gonna get made fun of for riding a smaller bike. Anyone who is making fun of you for riding a 250 motorcycle, first of all, is an asshole. They probably haven't been on two wheels for very long, and they're pretty jaded if they're saying everyone should start on a 1000 or a Busa, you know. You could become one of those Busa boys, but I just think that's insane. I don't think that someone should make fun of you for the size of your motorcycle. That's ridiculous. So I wouldn't let that become a determining factor for what you ride. I think what should be a determining factor is the ergonomics, the style of bike you want to ride. You should love the bike you're on. You shouldn't get something that you hate just because, you know, your Uncle Joe told you to. You should get something you love, even if it is like a 50cc scooter. The last thing I've got to say on this topic is don't mod your smaller first bike that you bought off Craigslist. Don't do it. Don't buy a $400 exhaust. Don't get heated hand grips and all that stuff. You're not gonna keep that bike. Keep it stock, make minimum improvements to it, and sell it for 200 bucks more than you bought it. Buy yourself a nice helmet or something. I don't know. For a second there, I thought you were gonna keep on going. Just wanted to say thank you to all the people who just have been showing some love, you know. I mean, our first video got 40 views. We're up to like 9-10 subscribers, I think, and that's awesome. It's been 2 days, so you guys are awesome and you're leaving great comments, and I would love to meet up with anyone in Seattle. I don't know anyone here yet. I just moved, and I think it'd be interesting to get to know you guys. So if you see me driving around, you know where to find me. Twowheelwilly on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed.